Hello guys, welcome back to Codemy. My name is Shri Bhagwat and I am back with our new lecture in our Dart and DSA course. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about Dart language and we are going to learn variables in Dart language. So in this lecture, I will teach you what are variables, type of variables or data type of a variable, how to define variable, how to initialize variable, and how to use the variable in our application or in our Dart language. Okay. So before we move ahead, first let us check what a variable is. And on the screen you can see a definition of variable as a variable is a named space in the memory that stores a value. So first of all, it is a space in memory which stores a value and which has a name. Okay, in simple terms, it is a memory that stores a value and that has a name. So when there is a value that you want to use again and again inside your application, you can store that value in a memory and give a name to that memory, and whenever you call that name, our programming language will extract that value from the memory and use it. That is what a variable is. And as each and every value has its type, the same type should go with the variable data type. Okay, so we will explore that. First, come back to our Dart pad over here and we will start everything. Okay, so this is a Dart pad. In this, I will be teaching you how you can define a variable, create a variable, the different data types of a variable, and how you can use the variable inside our programming language. In our previous lecture, we used a print command to print hello world into our console. Let us first do that again. So as we all know, and as I've taught in the previous lecture, our Dart pad requires a main method. Okay, so let us start with creating a main method. So void main. This is where our entire application in Dart pad will reside. Okay, so this is our main method or main function. What is a function? In our next lecture, when we will talk about function and methods, in that lecture we will cover what is a function. So right now, just make sure that you create this main method, and whatever you do, it is inside this main method. Okay, so in our last lecture, what we did was we used a print function to print hello world. Okay, hello world, and over here I'm hitting the print command and you can see hello world will be printed here in the console like this. So now what is this hello world? This hello world is a string. It is a text. Now what is a string? A string is a form of text or a data type of a text. And how you can create a string data type? By using normal keyword called as string. So what I'll do is I will create a variable called as name and I will give my name as its value. Okay, so I will do is string name is equal to Shri. So what I've done over here, I've created a variable called as name. Okay, this is the variable, and I have in the memory of our Dart language, I have given a value of Shri, and that memory block I have given the name as name, which data type or its data type is string. Okay, and over here you can see strings are mainly used to represent text. Okay, so wherever there is a text, you have to use string. Now this is string name Shri, right? Now if I want to print my name, what I can do is I can just hit print like previously and I can write my name over here, print Shri, and I'll hit this, and when I will hit this run over here, hello world and Shri both will be printed. Okay, hello world and Shri both are printed. So what is the use of this variable that I've created? Now instead of Shri, if I'll write this name variable, let's see what happens. Okay, so I will remove this and I'll write name. Okay, so print name. and I'm hitting the run command over here. This will run, and you can see again Shri is being printed. So what happened? Our print function took the variable name, and from our memory it received the value assigned to our memory variable name, and then it printed the value of that variable and not the variable. Okay, so name won't be printed, but the value of that variable is printed. So now this is one data type. Okay, so what are other types of data types? If you'll see, there are some different types of data types in Dart language. So as we have tackled string over here, okay, so string is a text or sentence. Okay, this is a string. Then we have another data type called as int. So int means numbers. Okay, so whatever numbers we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, whatever numbers that we have on a number line comes under integer, apart from irrational and decimal numbers. Okay, we don't have decimal numbers in int, we have whole numbers. All the numbers which are whole and negative numbers, they fall under the category of integers. So I can write over here 10 because 10 is an integer, it is a number. And if I hit print, or it won't come over here. So this is a variable 10. If you want a number with decimal, let's say 2.3 or 2.5 or 10.1, then you will need to use another data type called as double. Okay, so this is a data type called as double, and I will write this as decimal. Decimal is equal to 10.5, and as always a terminator. Okay, so this is a double. There is one more data type called as boolean. Okay, which is denoted by the keyword bool, and it means true or false. It can only take value in true or false. So boolean I will write over here as true is equal to true, but we cannot give this variable name as true. So is true is equal to true. So this is one more data type called as boolean, which means true or false. So I can either give this variable the value of true or the value of false. Okay, so these are few of the data types present in Dart language. Some of the key points while defining a variable, I'll just remove everything from here. We have understood this much part. Okay, now let me just write void main again. Now the syntax of a variable is variable data type. This should come first, whatever data type you are going to name to a variable. Okay, followed by the variable name. Okay, variable name, then their assignment or is equal to sign that we will need. The assignment or equal to sign, the variable value, and a terminator, the semicolon. Okay, semicolon, I guess the spelling is right, but then it's fine, or terminator. This is how we denote, or this is how we define a variable. So previously I've showed you some of the data types in our variable. So let us start defining them now. Okay, so let us start by defining some of the variables. So string name is equal to Shri. This is my name over here. Then what I can do is I can define one more variable called as age, right? Age is a number. Let's say my age is 27, and over here you can see I haven't given a data type. The data type is missing. So it is undefined name age because its variable data type is not defined, and Dart language will throw an error because, as mentioned before, Dart is a static type data language. It needs a data type. Okay. So our age is an integer, so I will write int over here. Int age is equal to 27. Okay. And I will create one more string and I will write spelling mistake. Yeah, my profession is equals Flutter app developer. We have used string, we have used integer, and again we have used a string value. Experience is equal to, let's say I have 3.5 years, or say 3.5 years of experience. Now what is this experience? Again undefined. This is a point, so the value is in decimal. So I will use double over here. Okay. So double experience is equal to 3.5. Now they are still showing blue underline. Now why is this blue underline? Because over here you can see the value of the local variable name isn't used. Why? Because we are not using the variables that we have created. So if you are not going to use the variables that we have created, then there is no point in defining the variable. That is why Dart is throwing this error. If you have created a variable, because it is going to preserve a memory block for that value. Hence, Dart is telling us that if you are not going to use the variable, delete that variable and free up that memory. But we will use this variable. Now what we are going to do is I'm going to print this, and while printing this, we will create a string interpolation. Now what I can do is I can just write a print function over here, and I can directly write my name is Shri, my age is 27 years. Okay, I am a Flutter app developer, and I have experience of more than 3.5 years. So this is what I have written in a text, and if I'll hit run over here, this all will be printed. So my name is Shri, my age is 27 years, I am a Flutter app developer, and I have experience of more than 3.5 years. So this is what we have done. Now what we will do, instead of this is a hard code, right? Because I cannot do any changes in this print command unless and until I do change over here. What if I'm getting this value directly over our application? For example, you have installed our application and in the pop-up it says enter your name, and you have entered your name, and I want to print your name that you have entered, not the hard-coded string that we have. So what I'll do is, instead of Shri, I will write name. Okay, because this is the variable that we have given, right? So I'm going to use name over here. So as we have explored it beforehand, when we use a variable name, our print function prints the value and not the name, right? So I have given my name is name over here. My age is the age that we have, right? And I am a, instead of Flutter app developer, I'm going to write profession. So I'll copy this, and instead of Flutter app developer, I will write over here the profession that I am having, and I am a profession, and I have experience of more than, and I will write over here experience, experience, and I have experience, and I have experience of more than experience years, and I'll hit the run command, and let's see what we are going to face now. Over here it is saying my name is name, my age is age years, I am a professional, and I have experience of more than experience years. But what we saw before, that when I write print name, right, and if I'll run this command, you can see it will print my name over here, right? But below, when I'm using this name same over here, I will copy and I'll paste this. Now it is not taking the value, but it is taking the string. It is not taking this as our variable value, but it is taking as a string over here. Why? Because our string is not able to figure out if this is a variable or a text. Why? Quote, whatever inside quotes is considered as string. So even this name is considered as a string when it is inside the quotes. So how can you use it? We have to use a method called as string interpolation. So string interpolation means instead of that string name over there, we want to substitute the value and not the name. So I want the value to be printed over there and not its name. And to interpolate string in Dart, we use $sign. So what I'll do is I will just write, or I'll just type a $sign in front of name, and you can see the color change over here. You can see the color change. This blue color means it is a variable and purple means it is a string. So my name is name, and let me hit print button again, and you can see my name, and previously it was saying my name is name, but now it is saying my name is Shri, right? And my age is dash age years. I am a, and I will write this, and I am a dollar profession, and I have experience of more than dash experience years. And when I run now, you can see my name is Shri, my age is 27 years, I am a Flutter app developer, and I have experience of more than 3.5 years. So this is what we are able to do. We are able to insert the value of a variable inside our string. Okay, this is called as string interpolation. Now what I can do is, instead of changing over here, all I will do is I will change our variable directly. So instead of Shri, I can write whatever name we want. So let's say Flutter, right? Or let's say Dash. My name is Dash. I am 1 year old. I am 2 years old. I am a Flutter. I am a Flutter mascot, and I have experience of 4.5 years. And all I'll do is just hit our run command, and you can see everything will switch. Dash over here. My name is Dash. My age is 2 years. I am a Flutter mascot, and I have experience of more than 4.5 years in fluttering. I don't know what, but he has experience. Okay. So this is how we can use variable. We can also change the value of a variable. Over here I have said string name is equal to dash, right? And before the print command, what I will do is I will change the name again. So I will write name is equal to Shri, right? Now this time I don't have to write the variable data type again. Why? Because we have defined it already. We have defined the variable data type already. Now we just have to change the value. Okay. And now you can see the difference. I will hit the run command over here, and you can see the first print command is over here, right, on line number 14, and till line number 14 the value of name is dash. So it is printing dash over here. But once we go to line number 15, we are changing the value of name from dash to Shri, and then we are using this name variable inside our print statement. So the value over here is my name is Shri, my age is 2 years, and the rest of the string command is same. I am a Flutter mascot and I have experience of more than 4.5 years. Why? Because we just changed this value. So a variable value can be changed, and that is how we use variables inside our application. We assign a value, and as per the user uses our application, the values of variables are changed and the new values are written inside our application or used. Okay. For example, in a calculator, we print a text of integers of numbers, and when we add, we just show the added number print, right? So here we have changed the value. So let us play with the variables and their values right now. So first I will create a variable with name over here, right? And then I will create one more variable called as surname. Now what I'll do is I'll just hit a small print command. Print name plus surname. Now let's see what happens over here. I'm going to hit this play command. And you can see Shri Bhagwat, it has printed both the values of string, Shri and Bhagwat. There is no space in between. Why? Because these white spaces are ignored when they are with variable and outside the string value. Okay, white spaces are ignored when they are outside the string value. Okay, so to get the white spaces, what I will do is I will string interpolate them and remove this plus sign. Now this plus sign is called as addition of string. Over here addition means it sticks two string part together. Let's see if you want to add space over here. So what you can do is you can give one more plus sign, that is called as another adding a string, and just add a normal space. And if I'll hit run command right now, this will create a space. Now this is going to print my variable name, then this print space, white space, and then my surname. This white space will be ignored. Okay. Another way by using string interpolation is I will write print command over here. Okay. I will create a string like this, and inside this string I am going to use my string interpolation name space over here, and again string interpolation surname. So if I'll hit play button, you can see how this will print. The first with our string concatenation method, and second by string interpolation method. Okay, and these are the two ways you can print values of a string. Now let's see, I want to change the value of name. So what I'll do is I will directly change it. So name is equal to, let's say, Spider-Man. Okay, Spider-Man, name is equal to Spider-Man. And if I'll hit the print command over here, print name, this will print Spider-Man, as we have seen that before. Now it will print Spider-Man. Okay, so this is how a string works. Let's come to integer. So I will create integer age is equal to, my age is 27, right? Let's say after some time there is my birthday and my age increases. I'll write age is equal to 28, and let's now print age. Let's see what happens. So I'll use print, and here I will just print age, and if I'll run this, you can see it is printing 28. So values can be changed. Values are not constant. Okay, they can be changed, but we have to make sure that the data type that they are in, the data type is constant. For example, now this is age, the data type of age is integer. I cannot assign a string to that integer, so I cannot say 28. Now this means the same, but now it is a string value, and you can see over here a value of type string can't be assigned to a variable of type integer. So a value, this is the value which is of type string, okay, cannot be assigned to a variable of type integer. So this is data type sensitive. The data type should not change. This is a static Dart programming language. Okay, and in a static language the data type cannot be changed once they are defined. So what we can do here? Nothing. You have to use proper data type. Okay, you have to use a proper data type. Now what I will do is I'll remove this. Okay, and I will try with a decimal point. Let's say age is equal to 27.5, and let's see what it is doing. Again the same error. A value of type double can't be assigned to a variable of type int. We cannot change data type. No, even though it is a number, this can't be changed. Okay, integer will hold integers and double will hold double. Okay, so age is done over here. Let's say you create a variable and you want to make sure, and you don't know its data type. Let's say you don't know the data type of the variable, then what you will do? Like for example, if someone is telling you, right, my name is Shri and I'm 27 years old, you don't know, like, do you want 27 as number or as text? So what you can do is you can just create a variable with a keyword called as var. Okay, var age is equal to 28, and let our programming language figure, okay, what is the type of that data, and if I'll hit print, it will print 28. For example, if I give a variable over here Shri Bhagwat, and if I hit the run command, it will print Shri Bhagwat. So now when we are defining a variable with a keyword var or where, we don't have to define its data type at that moment. So what it does is at the time of compiling, it checks the data type of this value and assigns that data type to our variable. But this data type cannot be changed. Okay, once the data type assigned, it should stick to that data type. For example, let's say I have created a variable called as number and I have given the value as 10 over here, and in next I'm changing this number to be 10. Okay, oh yeah, number is equal to 10. What you can see, again the previous error, the value of type string can't be assigned to the value of type int. Now we haven't given the data type. Over here if you'll see, we haven't mentioned the data type, but Dart is clever enough to figure out what type or what kind of data type we are using. Okay, so even if we have not mentioned the data type, you cannot interchange the data type over here. So you'll have to go with numbers. So what you can do is 11, it won't show any error now. Okay, the error is gone. This is showing error because age isn't defined. So let me remove this. Right, var number is equal to 10. The value of the local variable number isn't used. Why? Because we are not using it. So let me just create a new print, and over here let me write number. And now if I'll run, it should print 11 and not 10 because we are changing the value, and yes, it is printing 11. So this is how you can change a value of variable. Let's say in our application you want to create a variable whose value should not change. Once the value is given or once the value is taken, it should remain the same till the end of our application. So for that we can use keyword as final. So final means this value is final and it won't change. So let's say final name is equal to Shri, right? But what is this final? Final is our identifier, and we have to give the variable that is string. So final string name is equal to Shri, and this should be inside. Yeah, now let me print and make sure if this is working. This is working perfectly as expected, but let me create some space for us to work, and I will write name is equal to Spider-Man as we have done that before. Okay, name is equal to Spider-Man, and now this name is throwing an error. And what is this error? The final variable name can only be set once. So once you set the variable which has a keyword final at the start, you cannot change that keyword again. Once it's set, it is set. So many a times you get values from internet, and those values are written into our local variables that we use inside our application. And you want to make sure that some of your variables are protected, and no matter what, their value isn't changed. So for that or for those variables, you can add a final keyword. So no matter what happens in your entire application, this value won't change. Okay, this value won't change. It will remain same. So this is how you can make sure that our variables are protected from data change, because now this data won't change. This is preserved. There is another keyword called as constant. Now what does this keyword does? So let's say constant, and I will give hero is equal to Spider-Man, I'll say, right over here, and let me just rename this name to hero, and I will write Flash over here. Okay, what error is this showing? It means constant variables can't be assigned a value. Means we cannot assign value to constant variables. Once the values set, that value remains. Okay, so if I'll remove constant from here, then I can write hero is equal to Flash. But if I'll give constant and hit play, you can see can't assign value to the const variable. Now what is a difference between a const and a final? So see, const, const versus final. What is the difference between a const and a final? And if we'll come here at the first Google search, what is the difference between a const and final keyword in Dart? Okay, for constant, the value must be known at compile time. So when we are compiling the code, for example, const birthday, this is the date that we know. Okay, we know this value, so we are using this value, and can't be changed after initialization of the value. In final, the value must be known at runtime. So when our application is building or running, when the application is running, that time the value must be known. So we can get value from other functions as well. For example, final, birthday, and this is a function that will give the birth date to our variable. We don't know what the birth date is. This function will return the value from the database and add over here. So this is a major difference between a const and a variable. For const, the value should be known when we are writing the code at compile time. Okay, and for final, we can get the value at runtime. So when our application will be running, when the code will be running, that time we can get that value. This is a major difference between a const and a final. So that thing is clear. Coming to our boolean. So bool is true is equal to true, and if I'll print over here, print is true, and I'll just hit run, you can see true value will be printed. Now what is this? These are flag values. So boolean only has two values, that is true or false, and we can use them in condition. If the value is true, for example, I'll create a example over here. Let's say there are two screens in an application. One is login screen and one is home screen, and when the user opens the application, you have to check whether to show the home screen or to login screen. Then what you can do is you can save the value is user logged in, is user logged in. And what I can do is, if this value is true, it means that our user is logged in and we have to show the home page. And if this value is false, it means that a user is not logged in and we have to log in the user, and then we have to show the login page. So for that, we have to use this true and false cases. For that, we need a boolean. So we have covered variables, how to define a variable, what are data types of variables, covered basic data types called as a string, integer, double. Then we have also covered boolean. In that we have covered var keyword, we have covered final keyword, we have covered constant keyword. There are few of the following principles or say rules that you have to follow when you create a variable. And first rule is cannot use keywords. You cannot use keywords while creating a variable. Now what are keywords? Final, const, true, false, right? String. Then use keywords as variable name. As variable name. Cannot use keywords as variable name. String, integer, boolean. These are some of the keywords that we cannot use. For example, I cannot create a string with a variable string name. So string is equal to name. No, we cannot create like this. We cannot create like this. This can either be small. We also cannot create a string with true keyword. We cannot create a string with a true name, nor with int, nor with const, and nor with final. We cannot create them. Okay, we can use numbers and underscore for variable name. For example, name is equal to Shri. See, like this we can create variable with number. We can also add underscore. Example, string my name is equal to Shri, or string name is equal to Shri, string name is equal to Shri. This is how we can also add a number or underscore to variables. What we cannot do is start with a number. For example, string for one name is equal to Shri. This is what we cannot do. A variable name should always start with letters or underscore. With letters or underscore. Okay, it cannot start with a number. So variable, I don't know why, variable name cannot start with a number. Okay, cannot start with a number. So I cannot write string one name or first name. I have to write, okay, I think you cannot see this. So let me just remove whatever is over here. But we cannot use name at the start. We cannot use number at the start of the variable name. For example, I cannot do string first name is equal to Shri. Okay, this is not accepted. This is not done. Variables cannot contain white space and special characters. For example, I cannot create string my name is equal to Shri. Okay, this won't work. We cannot use white space while creating or while defining a variable name. I also cannot use string my name and exclamation mark, because these are special characters. My at name. Okay, we cannot create string like this. The only special character that we can use is underscore. So I can give underscore over here, I can give underscore over here, I can give underscore at the end, and this all will be correct right now. So this is what we have learned. What we have learned is types of variables, how to define variables, how to change the value of variables, booleans, okay. Then how we can print, string interpolation, string concatenation. Let's see how you can print numbers inside a string. So I'll say number, or let me start with integer number 1 is equal to 10, int number 2 is equal to 20, and now I will print a string value, the addition of number 1 number 1 and number 2. Okay, let me give a space over here, and number 2, that is number 2 is, now if I'll do like this, dollar number 1 plus dollar number 2. Now let's see what result we get, and I'll hit this run command over here. So the addition of number 1, which is 10, number 2, which is 20, is 10 plus 20, but I want the value. Now what it has done is, it has just string interpolated these values, but it is not running this addition. This addition is not taking place. Why? Because this plus sign is under string. So what I can do is, I will remove this over here, and number 2, what I'll do is I'll create a dollar sign. I will open curly brackets, and whatever inside the curly brackets will work as a function. So let's say number 1 plus number 2. Okay, and if I hit run command now, this will show 30. So what it has done, this is running as a function. This is running as a function, and it is doing its job. It is adding these two numbers and printing them, as this dollar is helping us to string interpolate this. This dollar is helping us to string interpolate the values. So this is how we can do addition, subtraction, and some other things inside our project. Okay. So guys, this is what we have learned. We have learned about data types, creation of data types, how you can change the value, how you can make our data types immutable, means the values won't be changed by keywords constant and final. Then we have learned about how you can string interpolate the values, how you can add the function, or let's how you can give small addition and subtraction inside our values. In our next lecture, we will learn about lists, maps, loops, conditions, for loops, if else, switch. Okay, so stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button below, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye bye.